Shalom, all praises go to the Most High Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, double honors unto the elder apostles at Great Millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now, as you can see, this is Exodus chapter 2, verse 1. Now it says, the title is Moses' birth, right? Now it says this. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took a wife of the daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes. Now I looked up the word bulrushes. Is it here? Here then. These are bulrushes. And they're kind of stern. How you call that thing? Hard enough to make something with it. You can make a hat. You can make a lot of things with this, actually. You can make a basket, by the way. So, going on. Now it says, she built an ark of bulrushes. She took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch. Right? So I checked up slime and pitch. Okay. This is Exodus chapter 2 and 3, right? Okay, 2 and 3. Okay, slime. The H stands for Hebrew 25 and 64. I think it's this. This then. Yeah, Hebrew 25 and 64. Now it says Chamar, right? It says slime, pitch, asphalt. You already know what that is. Basically, it's tar. Pitch is tar. Asphalt, bitumen, right? Bitumen, right? It says, now this is pitch material. If you do pitch, you're going to get a baseball player. So you got to put pitch material. This is it. And you can do stuff with this, you can stick stuff together. It's basically like glue, as you can see here. And then this is asphalt. We already know what that is. It's tar, right? And we already know what the bitumen is, which is the same substance. Basically, it's tar, and you can stick stuff to each other, right? Bitumen. All right, I'll click that double, by the way, by accident. Going on, right? And daubed it with slime and with pitch so that it stick together, of course. And put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river's brink, ashore at the river, And his sisters stood afar off to witness what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw the ark among the flags, which is those things that I just showed you, those bulrushes and stuff like that, bushes and stuff, she sent her maid to fetch it. Wait, 2 and 5. Wait, let me see. 2 and 5. Flags. Yeah. Reed, rush, water plants. Those bushes. These things. Huh? Water plants, reeds. Stuff like this. Yeah, like that. Just bulrushes among them. Going on. She sent her maid to fetch it. The baby, Moses. And when she had opened it, she saw the child. And behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Now, she had compassion. It could have been the Most High, because you got to remember, they was actually ordered to kill all the men. So I'm gonna bust a couple of precepts on that, right? right? Now it says here, just like how the 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 Most High controls everybody's feelings. For example, now this is the book of Ezra, chapter 15, verse. I'll start at 5. This is about Esther. And she was ruddy through the perfection of her beauty, and her countenance was cheerful and very amiable. But her heart was in anguish for fear. Now the word ruddy, a lot of people say it's red, but it's not. Because if you type in ruddy, it's a ruddy skin complexion, you get this, right? But if you type in ruddy, right? If you type in ruddy bear, you get this brown bear. You know? For example, if you type in ruddy duck, then you get this, which is brown. Then you type in ruddy cow, then you get this, which is brown, dark brown, by the way. And you can see it here also. It looks Bordeaux, but it's not. You know what Bordeaux is, right? Oh yeah, ruddy horse. Bordeaux. What's Bordeaux again? How you spell it? I mean, Bordeaux. Color. Yeah, that's Bordeaux. Okay. This is Bordeaux. Color of wine and stuff like that. But let me go on. I can type in ruddy horse, which is brown. Okay. Can type in ruddy cat, which is this. So how can this color be all of a sudden this color when you put in skin color? Now this is ruddy. This is ruddy. These two Hebrews from Sudan have olive skin. Now you do have Hebrews among Sudan people, but the original Sudani people are actually Hamites. You know, this is ruddy. This is ruddy. And then you have it here also in the Blue Letter Bible, the Strong's word for Adam. Not ruddy, because Strong's words for ruddy is red skin also, like Esau. But okay, now check this out. Now it says Adam. Adam does not mean mankind. Adam means of the ground, right? But then you go to the Genesis Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. Now it says Adam, which means ground. Man, that's not what it means. Perhaps so called for the idea of redness. Well, he said perhaps, because they're the devil. They don't know what they know what the hell is going on. Okay, they're just lying to you. Okay, compared to Dam, right? Now it says the Arabs distinguish two races of men, one red, comma, ruddy, which would make one red, comma, and one ruddy, okay, which we call white, comma, red, the other black, ruddy. That's it. That's the breakdown of the word ruddy. Real simple, quick to the point. Actually, I could finish you off right now, because I mean the people that talk shit that the word ruddy means red, because these devils trying to trick you. Anyway, now 1 Samuel chapter 16 and 12. This is talking about King David. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, and withal of a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to. And the Lord Yahweh said, Arise, anoint him, for this is he. Now, if you read the New Living Translation, it says, So Jesse sent for him. He was dark and handsome. I don't have to read more, but I will. I'll just finish you off. International Standard Version. So he sent and brought him in. He had a dark, healthy complexion. The so-called white race does not have a healthy complexion if you look at them. Especially, look, on the big screen, those little white bitches, they might look cute. You know, but that's makeup, man. It's a lot of makeup. This is a tan, motherfucker. This is a tan. She almost has the same skin color as her, but it's fake because her original skin color is not like this. If you see them in person, they would look more like this. It's like raw flesh. You know why? You know why niggas always love white chicks? Because they look like chicken. Niggas love chicken, don't they? That chicken booty. Yo, that's spiritually funny. Actually, that's real funny. That's real funny. I did not set this up, as you can see. But let me go on. Now it says, and she was ruddy through the perfection of her beauty. She had a dark, healthy complexion, and her countenance was cheerful and admirable. Amiable. But her heart was in anguish. Now let me look up the word amiable because I don't know what it means. Let me check this out, man. Okay, here, let's go. Popo. Friendly and agreeable in disposition, good-naturedly, good-nurtured, and likable. Right? So that's what it means. But her heart was in anguish for fear. Why? Because if you read the book of Esther, the whole book, also in the Apocrypha, you will see that the king only called her basically to have sex. And she was not allowed to just go to him without him calling her. And he was very angry, and you're going to see, because I'm going to stop at verse 8, right? Then, having passed through all the doors, she stood before the king, who sat upon his royal throne, and was clothed with all his robes of majesty, all glittering with gold and precious stones. And he was very dreadful, scary looking type of dude, and his mannerism. Then lifted up his countenance that shone with majesty. He looked very fiercely upon her, and the queen fell down and was pale and fainted, and bowed herself upon the head of the maid that went before her. Then the Most High Yahweh changed the spirit of the king into mildness, who in a fear leaped from his throne and took her in his arms till she came to herself again, and comforted her with loving words, and said unto her, Esther, what is the matter? I am thy brother. Be of good cheer. Thou shalt not die through our commandment. Be general. Come near. But it's going on and stuff like that. And this was Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So, going back to over here, the Most High is the one that actually changes your spirit if he wants to, right? Exodus chapter 2, verse 7. He can make you have compassion on somebody that you're actually supposed to put to death. You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying right now? Now, okay, did he do it with her? Let's just read on. That was just an example that he can. Exodus chapter 2 and 7. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter. Wait. Did I already read that? Oh, Salakia. Yeah. Verse 6. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, This is one of the Hebrew children. Then said his sister, Moses his sister, to Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, then that she may nurse the child for thee? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. So Moses was actually raised by his own mother and his own sister, which is spiritual. The Most High set it up like that. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away, and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages, meaning money. I'll pay you. And the woman took the child and nursed it. It's like I had a sip of water. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses, and she said, Because I drew him out of the water. That's what the word Moses means. Okay, now verse 11. Now it has a subtitle that reads, Moses flees to Midian. Now the Midianites are actually Ishmaelites, as you can see here, right? Judges chapter 8 verse 1. And when the men of Ephraim said unto him, Why hast thou served us thus, that thou callest us not? When thou wentest to fight with the Midianites, and they did side with him sharply. Now Hebrew 40 and 80. I think this was it. No. Hebrew 40 and 80. Madanyan, right? Madanyan. Now it says in Midianite tribe, son of Abraham by Keturah, and progenitor of the tribe of Midianites or Arabians. But the blue letter Bible is not always correct, but this time it happens to be correct, because if you go here, Judges 8 and 21. Judges 8, and I think it was verse 24. Now it says, and Gideon, because now Gideon already beat the stuffings out of him, because they had us in slavery, the Midianites, right? Jerubbaal was the nickname of Gideon. And Gideon said unto them, I would desire a request of you, that ye would give me every man the earring of his prey, the Midianites. For they had golden earrings, because they were Ishmaelites. So there you have it. The Midianites are Ishmaelites, right? Which are another tribe of Ishmael. And yes, Ishmael was the firstborn son of Abraham. And then with the woman Hagar, whatever you want to say, tomato, Hagar, right? And his second wife was Keturah, and his third wife was which was his main woman actually. Actually, his main woman was Abraham and what? Sarah. Man, yo. Abraham and Sarah. His second wife was Hagar, and his third wife was Keturah. So with Keturah, he made Midian, and those are the Ishmaelites also, which are another group of Ishmaelites. So let me just go on with where was I? Here, right? Now the subtitle means Moses flees to Midian. Okay. And it came to pass in those days when Moses grew, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens, and spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. So he murdered him, basically. That was murder. That was not kill. That was murder. But the Most High still had mercy on him, because he actually never charged him for the murder. That's where you have the scripture where it says, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and whom I will I harden. Let me get that real quick, and which is, I could do it here. Romans 9. Because that's what the Heavenly Father does. You can't tell him what to do. He does what he does. Is your shoe going to tell you, like, don't wear me today, wear the other shoe? No. Now it says Romans chapter 9 and 17. For the scriptures saith to Pharaoh, even for this purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee. And who made Egypt great? You're Joseph. Because if Joseph didn't interpret the dream, Egypt would have been destroyed of the famine. So it was Joseph that made Egypt great, greater than they already were. They wasn't that great, by the way, anyway. And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore, he had mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardened. Yeah, he hardened the heart of the pharaohs, and he softened the heart of the, King Artaxerxes, if I'm correct. Is that his name again? Wait. Yeah, Artaxerxes. Yep. He softened his heart because he was very fierce, you know. But Yahweh changed the spirit of the king into mildness. Because he actually, if you read the whole book of Esther plus the Apocrypha, you will see that this king was a tough guy, man. If you come in his quarters without being called, you die on the spot. So that's why she was so scared, because she knew she was gonna. You need to listen to the king. If you break his rules, he'll break your neck. You know. That's how he was. Those men of those days were very, tough. Going on. Right. All right. I already read that. And when he went out the second day, behold, two men of the Hebrews strove together. They was fighting. And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? And he said, like a real nigga, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me, murder me, as thou murderest the Egyptian? And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known. Yeah, right. Because when you read in the commandments, thou shalt not kill, actually it says thou shalt not murder. There's a difference between killing and murder. If somebody commits adultery with another man's wife, you kill that man, like in the ancient days. But if this man has done nothing wrong, you just murder him for his shoes, then you're a murderer. Like a serial killer. A serial killer, the Edomites, they go out and murder people for pleasure and, have sex with the dead bodies or whatever. Those are actually serial murderers. They're not serial killers. A serial killer was King David. And he killed, he killed people, man. He committed murder one time, and that was because of a woman. She must have been really good looking, but yeah, he didn't get punished for. Yeah, he did. It's like he didn't get put to death for that, but he did get punished for it. So yeah, going on, verse 15. Now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses, but Moses fled. What? Yeah, but Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, which is among those Ishmaelites. Right? And he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water, and filled the troughs to water their flocks. Now troughs, I think it was buckets or something.
Trough.
Oh, trough. A long narrow opening, a no, a long narrow open container for animals to eat and drink out of. Right? It's this, but it was most likely made of wood, and then they filled it, and yeah, that's what they was doing, right? Going on. And the shepherds came and drove them away. Basically, they took the spot. But Moses stood up, Captain Save-All, but he's not Captain Save-All, but you know what I mean. He saved him, he helped him. But Moses stood up and helped them, like as it says, and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today? And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds. So Moses was being seen as an Egyptian. Now, if you know an Egyptian, then you know they're dark skinned. they are also different shades of brown, because you might hear these cave monkeys, these Edomites, these devils. They say, "Oh, you mixed up with white people. That's why you're so light skinned." Okay, then you can show them this: Bushmen, right? These Bushmen have never been into slavery, but they're all brown. They're all brown people, and they live in they don't live in houses, so they're not covered up all day every day. But they're brown. They're brown skinned. Some of them are kind of a little bit more darker brown than others, but they never went into slavery, so they're light skinned also, and they're African. And then you have the Afar people. Yeah, you have brown people of these people also, but they never went into slavery. So you shouldn't believe people that say, "Oh, you light skinned niggas," you know, went into slavery, because these people don't mix, and they have this type of hair. They're not mixed up, and they're living in Africa. As you can see here, look at his hair. It looks like a mixed race person. His hair. You know, them interracial children. Interracial children. You know, they have the same hair like these kids. You know, like they have the same hair like this. But as you know, these motherfuckers are gonna die. So is that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm straight laughing. You have your prize now. Where soon you and your kids get burnt up, especially your kids 100%. So the bitch too. But yeah, these are the people that live over there, and they're living in Africa, and they never went into slavery. But our people have different types of hair, and different type of skin colors, from normal. And this is a little Afar baby, and this is not bleach, nigga. She's not trying to be mixed breed. She's not trying to be Edom. She probably never saw an Edom. Oh, maybe she did. The cracker that took this photo, maybe. You have some real dark skinned Africans. They're Africans, man. Northeast Africans. And they have this type of hair. But let me just go on, because I'm digressing. Going on. Oh, yeah. Also, well, where's the scripture where it says, now, I know where it is. I'm thinking to myself, like, where was it again? Acts chapter 21 and 37. Let me just check this out. Acts chapter 21, verse 36 and 37. No, 37, 38, right? Now it says this. Acts chapter 21, verse 37. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, May I speak unto thee? Who said, Canst thou speak Greek? Because he looked at him and went, huh? Paul, you? Can you speak Greek? Or this is what the Romans said. Art not thou that Egyptian, which before these days made us an uproar, and lead us out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers? Because they was murdering the Hebrew Israelites, right? And this Greek guy, he was like, what? Can you speak Greek, man? You know? Aren't you that Egyptian? So Paul was also a dark-skinned man. Most likely looked like this. And the Egyptians look like this. So guess what? Those are dark-skinned people, man. Mosquito, man. Yeah, going on. Back to Exodus, chapter 2 and 19. And they said, an Egyptian delivered us. Okay, I already read that. Read it again. delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock. And he said unto his daughters, and where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. Of course, so they went back and called them. Hospitality. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter. So he got some booty out of it. Going on, he got a girl, a wife, and she bare him a son. Back in the day, she didn't have to go on a date, man. Yo, first time you hit it and never quit it. That's what it's supposed to be like. Nowadays, you got the one-hitter quitter, the so-called one-night stand, because these bitches is free to do whatever they want to do. But anyway, let's go on. And she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom. For he said, now this is what the name means, I have been a stranger in a strange land. Now the word means a strange name, because if you go to here, what verse was that? 22, right? Exodus 2 and 22. It's almost done. Now it says Gershom, right? 16, Hebrews 16 and 47, I think is here. It is here. Yeah, Hebrews 16 and 47. Now it says this, Gershom, right? Now I made this up by myself, by the way. I actually did this piece by piece. Now it says here Ga, right? Because there are no vowels in the English, in the Hebrew, except for letter A and the letter I. So there's no E, O, U, that doesn't exist. Okay, so don't let people fool you. When you see somebody typing in his name is called Ben Yisrael, then you know that they don't know. They don't know the Hebrew. They speak in Yiddish, or they type in that Yiddish bullshit, which is fake. So going on. Now it says in here Gershom, right? Gar, as you can see, Ga, I mean, and then Ra, which is Gar, right? Not Gara, but Gar. And then you see Sha, which is here, a W type symbol. And then you see Ma, here, okay, here. Gershom, right? Which means strange. It's lucky. Which means stranger name, right? Now check this out. If you go to here, oh yeah, already got it. Wait, let me still do it. Name, right? If you go to here, you type in name, and then you click on it. It says Sham, and here you can see the Sham again, right? Sham, which says name, fame, reputation, glory, the name. That's why them fake cave people, these Edomites, these Amalekites, it's like in Israel, they call them the Most High, his name Hashem, meaning the name. Hashem, that means the name, right? But then let me just take this all away. Okay, now check this out. Now the name of Moses, his son, was Gershom, right? Actually, it says Gershom, right? Exodus 2 and 22, which is here, Gershom. And this is the name Gershom. And the word name means Sham, right? But then you have two different type of strangers. That's why when you read it, look, for example, it is not confusion. It's real simple, but somebody just has to explain it to you. Okay, by the time of 40, I think I'm done. I actually wanted to make videos for like 30 minutes for the longest, but I'm going into too many precepts and stuff like that. But you know, Yahweh Ratasa, hey, if it's good, it's good. But let me just go on. And the Most High Yahweh said unto Moses and Aaron, this is about the Passover. I'm gonna read these until here, 43 until 49. This is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof. Now, when you check out this word, it says ban. Hebrew 11 and 21. It says ban, ben, which means son. This is why they call themselves Ben Yisrael, but it's actually ban Yasharallah, because you have here the ba and then the na, and then every end, almost in every end of the word, you leave out the last letter, the last vowel. If I'm correct, how they call it, vowel, you know, the a, and you leave it out. Then it says ban, which means son, right? And then you go to the other word, because the word stranger here, it says there shall no stranger, and then you have two. So actually in the Hebrew it says there shall no son of a stranger. Yeah, here you have the word nakar, right? Na ka ra, nakar. They scream nakar, but it's actually, this is what it is, without those stupid little sibilants. I don't know what it's called, man. Those little signs up there. So it says foreigner, alien, foreigners, that which is foreign. So basically the name Garshem actually means an foreign name. Why? Because he explains it. And she bare him a son, Moses' son. And he called his name foreign name, stranger name. Gar, stranger, Sham, name, strange name. For he said, this is the reason why he called him Ger Gasham. I have been a stranger in a strange land, so I'm going to call my son strange name. Okay? Which is the land of Midian. So going on to over here, Exodus chapter 12. Yeah, so it says, and the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no son of a stranger eat thereof. It says son. As you know that the English, they take away some words sometimes, you know. But every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. A foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof, right? They can't eat thereof from another race. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth out of the house, out of the flesh abroad out of the house. Wait a minute. Thou shalt not carry forth aught of the flesh abroad out of the house. Neither shall you break a bone thereof. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. Now here comes the thing where people get confused. And a stranger and when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Lord Jehovah, let all his males be circumcised. But it says here that the stranger cannot eat thereof, of the Passover, right? But if you click on this word H and 16:16, Hebrew 16:16, it says gar, which means a temporary inhabitant, a newcomer lacking inherited rights. Why does he lack inherited rights? Is because he's a stranger in another land. He's actually an Israelite. So when you read the scriptures, sometimes you see that a stranger or a Gentile can make it. But the word Gentile comes, which means stranger also, foreigner, you know. But sometimes you see that the word stranger, and then it's associated with salvation for them. No, it's not talking about an actual person from another country, which is a nakar, right? That's the word for stranger, nakar. But then you have another word for stranger, which is gar, which goes back to the name of Moses his son, which is God Shum. As you can see, the little hook looking like a shoe, and then the little bow. And then you have the same word over here, which says Gar, which is Hebrew 16 and 16. And you have Nakar, which is stranger also, which is a real stranger, an alien. That's why you had that song from Sting, I'm an alien, I'm a legal alien, I'm an Englishman in New York. Because that's what the word alien means. It just means stranger, foreigner, from another land. Okay, so that's it. So going back to over here. Shit, I went over the 40 minutes. But anyway. And she bare him a son and called his name Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. And it came to pass in process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed, look up that word, exhaled out audibly, to exhale audibly in a long deep breath, as in weariness or relief. Well, in this case it was weariness. To feel longing or grief, yearn. So that's what they was feeling. Okay. And the children of Israel sighed. Well, let me see how you pronounce it, man.
Sigh.
Yeah. They sighed by reason of the bondage, yeah, the slavery, and cried. And their cry came up unto Yahweh by reason of the bondage. And the Most High Yahweh heard their groaning. Groaning means, when you're groaning, you're in pain. And Yahweh remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And nobody else, no other race belongs here in the midst of us. And Yahweh looked upon the children of Israel, and Yahweh had respect unto them. Yep, and that's it. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.